Good evening, and welcome to the annual Friends Gala. My name is David Kline, and for the past 3.5 years, I've had the privilege of serving as the Executive Director of the Friends of St. Paul College Foundation. Thank you for joining us virtually tonight for a brief program where we'll see the impact St. Paul College has had on thousands of students each year. If you were able to watch some of the videos during our pre-show, you saw various programs from sciences to sheet metal and automotive to massage therapy. In a couple minutes, we'll hear from 2 scholarship students from this year, Nyleve and Blaise. By way of some housekeeping items, hopefully you're watching tonight on a larger screen and also have another device handy to see the several auction items. Our auction will not close until tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. So watch for text messages if someone outbids you so you can respond. We'll also have a chance to contribute directly during the giving moment. The proceeds from this event will boost our ability to help students reach their educational dreams through scholarships and emergency aid grants and more. When I say our ability, I mean you and me as friends of St. Paul College. In 2010, the St. Paul College Foundation changed its name to the Friends of St. Paul College. A friend is someone you celebrate the good times with and someone you look to for a helping hand. We may not know each student at St. Paul College by name, but they appreciate you and look to you for encouragement. Tonight, we get a chance to celebrate them and to support their dreams. In a few minutes, we'll hear a message from newly named president of St. Paul College, Dr. Deidra Peaslee. She's been serving the college as interim president since July 2019. After her message, we'll see a short video clip and then hear from Nyleve Hanf-Campbell, a communications student, and Blaise Graves, a truck tech student. Both earned scholarships this school year. After Blaise's remarks, Glenn Flattabo, another friend of the students at St. Paul College, will help us pool together our dollars so more students can be encouraged to succeed with a scholarship or emergency aid grant. Glenn will then showcase 6 premier items, 3 of which were made by students. Before I end now, I would like to thank our North Star sponsors this year: Creative Integrations and Design, M Health Fairview, Travelers, the API Group, and Productivity Inc. There are several more annual sponsors this year, and I invite you to see them on the stpaul.edu website and on your screen. Now let's listen to St. Paul College President, Dr. Deidra Peaslee.
Good evening. I'm Deidre Peaslee, and I have the honor of serving as the president of St. Paul College. Thank you all for joining us tonight. In the fall of 2019, we decided that holding our annual gala in December was a little too risky with Minnesota winter weather. We plan to move it to May 2021 with the vision of having a more casual event on the campus lawn with a view of downtown St. Paul as our backdrop. Little did we know then that a global pandemic would change all these plans. We still want to host you on our beautiful campus and hope you can join us in person for food, fun, and inspiration in May 2022. Although this is not how we envisioned this event originally, I think we will still be inspired tonight during this short program. I'm looking forward to hearing from Nyleve and Blaise about their perseverance this past year and their future plans. Speaking of perseverance, the faculty, staff, and students at St. Paul College have all navigated a tumultuous year. The racial and political unrest has strained our community in numerous ways. This has prompted the college to engage in introspection about who we serve and our role in the community. We are dedicating ourselves to the vision of becoming an anti-racist and trauma-informed institution. On top of this and the pandemic, the college is nearing the end of a 2-year quality improvement initiative, driven in part by accreditation requirements. I'm proud of the dedication and resiliency shown by everyone at the college as we went through this process. As I think of the challenges we have collectively faced, the words of poet Robert Frost come to mind. The best way out is always through. Now tonight, we gather together to hear from two excellent student scholars and to see if we can pool together our dollars to help more dedicated students succeed. Many of you tonight have lent a hand in the past to our students. Thank you. For those of you joining us for the first time, I hope you'll consider making a bid on an auction item or making a gift during the giving moment. Because of you, this year, the Friends of St. Paul College awarded $230,000 in scholarships to 230 students. Yet sadly, they turned away over 250 deserving students because funds ran out. Tonight, we have a chance to grow these funds for next year. Our students enroll at St. Paul College to better their lives and become productive members of our economy and society. Statistically, they are frequently the first in their family to go to college. They come from many cultures and backgrounds, and all of them dream of a better future for themselves and their families. Thank you for spending part of your evening with us tonight and for supporting our students in their goals. I look forward to seeing all of you in person next year. But until then, stay safe and carry on.
I have been receiving scholarships for the past 2 years.
I've gotten scholarship 2 times now.
All the years I got all the scholarships.
That has helped me a lot because I focus more on my studies. I don't have to work.
That really helps pay my tuition.
Without getting the scholarship, I would have not finished my academic year.
You know, getting a scholarship is not easy because I know there are going to be a lot of people that are going to apply for it.
I was really thankful for the Friends of Foundation St. Paul College.
This school got me covered.
I'm so thankful to them.
Getting that scholarship just made me feel like I'm more than what I think I am.
And I hope that also one day when I get employed, I'll also be able to give back and help someone who is in need.
Like, I shouldn't limit myself. So I should try to take those risks and do more than what I think I can do.
Thank you, friends and family and distinguished guests. My name is Nyleve Hanf-Campbell, and I was given this opportunity to speak about my experience at St. Paul College. The first time around, my college experience was not so hot. In 2008, I was placed on academic suspension, but that gave me the opportunity to figure out my life. It took me over 10 years, but I came back to college with a fire in me like never before. A part of my experience was hard the first time around was because of my disabilities. I have several, and one of my main ones was hearing my professors. Throughout my break, I took time to work on my disabilities and learn new ways to ask for help when needed. Then May of 2014, I found out I had a brain tumor. The day of my surgery, doing the pre-op routine checks, I learned that I was 2.5 weeks pregnant with my now 6-year-old son. This was life-changing. I chose to keep my son and get rid of the tumor, and it was a decision I never regret. Eventually, I went on public assistance, which is something I did not want to do. But that also led me to a program that helps people get off of public assistance. This began my journey back to college and a better life. I joined a program at the Network for the Development of Children of African Descent and wrote my first book about surviving a brain tumor. This really jump-started my journey back to college. My job counselors and mentor, Camille Lewis and Tremetta Pellyford, pushed me to do better with my life. I wanted to audit the system. I wanted to be better. So I appealed my academic suspension and restarted school. This time I got good grades and continued steadily improving my grade point average, even after COVID started. However, in the fall, things started to get rocky for me again. My son's daycare fell through and my mental health took a dive because it felt like my life was spiraling out of control. During that time, my biology professor kept on checking in to make sure I was okay and to see if I needed any additional help. And Logan, the friends and family of St. Paul College scholarship liaison, encouraged me and gave me valuable feedback about applying for the scholarships. Although I was discouraged that my grades slipped so much this fall, I also felt like this community had my back and that my motivation and determinations are as strong as ever. When I learned that I was awarded the ASL Community Scholarships for spring semester this year, it was such a help and an affirmation. With dedication and perseverance, I kept on pushing forward, and I have a good support system here at St. Paul College, and I'm distinguishing myself as a student leader. My experience this time around has been positive and encouraging. The school provides a high level of support to each student. Recently, I helped a fellow classmate get in touch with disability services because they needed extra time on tests. I was glad to help. My experience at St. Paul College this time around has been epic, and I encourage other students to apply for the scholarship and pursue their college dreams. My motto is, if I could beat a brain tumor, what makes you think I'm gonna let life beat me? What do you want to achieve? I am here to tell you that you can do it, and St. Paul College is a great place to start. Thank you once again, friends, college employees, and supporters of the scholarship program here tonight.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Blaise Graves, and I am in the truck technician program at St. Paul College, and I am set to graduate this semester. My first year at St. Paul College was back in 2018. This was a rough year for me. There were many things affecting my ability to succeed in school, mostly outside circumstances. Everything from dealing with depression and other mental health issues to a lack of money to pay for college. I was also looking for a better place to live. I decided to take a year off to solve these problems and restructure my support system. I came back to St. Paul College in the fall of 2020. Because of the pandemic, I noticed many changes, including a COVID screening before entering the building, a mask mandate, and many courses switching to the hybrid or online approach. My truck tech classes couldn't go online, but had noticeable safety adjustments to keep the faculty and students healthy. While finishing the truck technician program, I've also been working 7 days a week. With the help of my family and support from the college through my advisors and instructor, I've been working in the industry as a diesel technician for a transportation company. This year, I earned a scholarship from Reem Kenworth. As a working student who lives an hour away in Princeton, Minnesota, this scholarship was a big sigh of relief. I was unable to get financial aid, so the scholarship helped me focus more on learning and personal growth outside of school without the stress of wondering how I'm going to make ends meet. It really has been a blessing that I wasn't expecting to receive. It helped me to keep pushing forward while taking the struggle out of it. This May, I'm set to graduate amongst the top of my class. Looking back to that first year, I've gone from a 2.8 to a 4.0 grade point average with near perfect attendance. So, with the help of others and the college, I was able to make it work and achieve the success that I knew I was capable of. Looking into the future, I plan to keep working in the heavy truck industry. My dream is to eventually open my own heavy truck repair shop. Because of the skills I learned at St. Paul College and my hard work, I know I can make this dream come true. I would encourage anyone to attend St. Paul College. I've seen almost all of my classmates receive job offers and start their truck repair careers from connections made through the college. We've all benefited from a well-equipped workshop taught by an instructor with a vast industry knowledge who want to see students like me make it in the real world. Their teaching style has been hands-on and immersive. In my opinion, St. Paul College is an excellent choice for anyone, mostly because the faculty and staff are willing to work with you no matter your circumstances. It really does feel like they want you to succeed. Thank you all for listening to me tonight. On behalf of all students who need scholarships to push through to the finish line, I thank you for donating.
Great job, Blaise. Thank you everyone at home tonight for gathering and rallying behind us. My name is Glenn Flattabo. I've been the auctioneer at this event for many, many years. And I do want to start tonight with something personal. I went to college on scholarships. I would have never had the chance to get through college without scholarships. Tonight is important. This is so important to our community. And I will tell everybody at home as well, I have been moved by this event. I stand on the stage and I listen to these students share their stories like tonight, and it is moving. This is a big deal, everyone. And our goal tonight together is to see if we can raise $75,000. And David, I just looked at the meter. We're at $51,285 right now. So we have less than $24,000 to raise in the next few minutes to meet our goal to hit $75,000. And I do want to highlight a few examples of how critical these funds are. I mean, just think of this. A gift of $10,000 tonight will help 20 students next year with emergency aid grants. Just think of that, 20 students next year. A gift of $5,000 will fund 5 students with scholarships this coming fall. A gift of $1,000 allows us to grant 2 students an emergency aid grant for food, shelter, and transportation needs. And I want to talk about this for just a moment. Matter of fact, David and I were just talking about this before the program started, and he said, Glenn, just think of this. These students come in and they have a flat tire, or their cell phone bill is too high, or they need food, or they need childcare for a week. And this pool of funds determines whether they're able to stay in school. That's how critical it is. That is how critical. It's amazing. A gift of $250 provides an emergency childcare for 1 week. We can rally as a community. We can get to $75,000. And I'm so excited to announce tonight we have an amazing match. Productivity, Inc. They're sponsoring us tonight. They've supported our event for many years. It's an organization based in Minnesota, right here in Plymouth, and they are giving a $10,000 match right now, and they'll match every gift dollar for dollar at the $500 level and below. So if you pledge $500, it'll mean $1,000. If you pledge $250, it means $500. We want to thank Productivity, Inc. for their support. So please make a donation right now. And there's one last piece that's really important to us. We've started a monthly giving campaign. So on the giving platform, you'll see 2 boxes that you can pledge $10 or $5, which is a commitment for a monthly pledge. If you hit those boxes, we will reach out to you in the coming days and to set up this monthly sustainable giving effort. Every single gift matters. Just think of the students that we're going to support right now. The last thing I'd like to say before David and I highlight our auction, I was thinking about this afternoon, David. I was driving to this event, and some cold December day, when none of us are thinking about tonight, there'll be some student that receives a grant or a piece of scholarship assistance that will make all the difference for them because of what we did. That's how big of a deal this is.
Glenn, you're right. These scholarships truly do boost the confidence of the students. They apply for a scholarship, they put their heart and soul into the application, and when they receive the news that they earned that scholarship, they're thrilled. The emergency aid grants, they help us keep the students we already have enrolled able to persist, to stay in their classes and not skip classes so that they can work longer hours at their part-time job to cover that emergency. So your generosity tonight really does make an impact in the lives of these students.
And one last thing I was going to bring up too, David, I thought about this. Look at the return of investment for the community. When you invest in these scholarships, you keep students in school, they graduate, their lives are changed forever. Their incomes go up, their entire family benefits from this. It is a big deal. It really changes history for these students.
It truly, there is a multiplier effect. When you donate to the students at St. Paul College, it's not just impacting their education, it's impacting their family. And they're able to, in turn, get a family-sustaining wage job in the community and pay taxes and help our economy grow and help our society flourish. So there really is a great impact with your gifts tonight to the scholarships and to our emergency aid grants.
So thank you everyone for pledging. As you're pledging, David and I are going to have fun. We have done this many times together. We've highlighted our premier auction items. Now these items you can bid until 9:30 tomorrow night. Every time you bid, you're making a difference. Matter of fact, there's been a lot of bidding in the last half an hour. I've been watching the bidding. We're going to have fun with this, David. Our first item is the Tuscan wine experience. It's brought to us from Nikki, who's actually the wine instructor at the school.
Yes, she will come to your home, and for 8 of you, she will fascinate you with the different notes, flavor notes, and characteristic aromas that you find in Tuscan wines. And so she will share not only some wonderful wine and some treats, but she'll share her knowledge, which I think is priceless.
So here's the big deal on this. The current bid is $600. If you're at home right now and you're bidding, have 2 sips of your wine and you won't worry about the price at all. The more wine you drink, the less you'll care about the price. A huge thank you to Nikki. My wife actually wants to bid on this item right now, so please, Stephanie, keep bidding right now. The next item, I love this package. This is a unique item. It's for 6 people. It's a stay in Wisconsin. This is a great place. It's a 4-night stay in Wisconsin.
This is a huge resort, and it is not just some hole-in-the-wall resort. It's a 700-acre in the middle of the Wisconsin wilderness, the Heartwood Resort. There are multiple facilities there, full-service restaurant. The winner of this package will be able to have 6 people join them at the lake house. Private dock, private beach, a fire ring. There's access to water sports and other activities. It's great in the summer, winter, or fall, any time of year.
It's a big deal. The current bid is $1,000. It's about a $3,000 value is what I typically would sell this item for in our community. Again, it's for 6 people. You can negotiate when you do it. It's only 2 hours from the Twin Cities. The current bid's $1,000. There's a lot of opportunity on a local getaway. Our next 2 items, everybody could use a new shed in their backyard. I love our carpentry students put together 2 sheds that we're selling.
Absolutely, and this is not a cheap plastic shed that you get at Fred's Club. This is something that is built solid with construction principles that Perry Franzen, our carpentry instructor, pounds into their head every day. Measure twice and cut once. So you're going to get a 7 by 10 foot shed with paintable wood siding to match your house. It has 2 windows. It's great for whatever you want to put in it or hide in from your garage and clean out the garage and fill up the shed.
Matter of fact, I was thinking of this afternoon, David, with lumber prices right now. The value is $50,000 each for both of these sheds. Make no mistake about it, Glenn Flattabo is not the carpenter on these sheds. They are nice and they are straight and square. Awesome items. The current bid, I believe, is $1,500 is the starting bid for both of those sheds. Again, the bidding is open until 9:30 tomorrow night. Our funded need number is moving, so thank you for pledging, everyone. We're getting closer to $75,000. Here's our next item. This is a hot air balloon ride.
Yes, so if the shed is not for you, maybe you'd like to get in a hot air balloon and fly over the St. Croix River Valley. We have there's the St. Croix Stillwater Balloon Company has been around for decades, and they have successfully taken people up and down, and they only fly in good weather. So it's a safe, fun experience. You'll get to see the St. Croix River Valley from a perspective you've never had before.
All right, thank you to our hot air balloon ride donors for that package. As I said to David, it is good for a takeoff and a landing, so the price goes up with that. The current bid is $500, a very, very unique and a fun experience. Our last item tonight, matter of fact, this is an absolutely beautiful handmade custom buffet. It's a beautiful piece. As David said to me, it is meant to be a family heirloom. It'll be in your family for 100 years. It's beautiful. Matter of fact, we've had a number of bids in the last few minutes. The current bid is $700. But David, this is a very nice piece.
Our cabinet making students have been making this and donating it to our auction for the last several years. This is the last year that they will be offering this item. Made with dovetail joinery, soft closed drawers. It's perfect for that large, heavy TV that you've purchased. All of your electronic equipment can be put in there, hidden, or it's great as a buffet in your dining room for grandma's china.
So one last pitch tonight for our funded need. We are inching closer to $75,000. Every time you make a donation tonight, you're helping us get closer to our goal. There is no doubt this is one of the best investments that we can make on behalf of our students, the entire community. Again, all of the bidding is open until 9:30 tomorrow night. And lastly, David, I want to thank you for your leadership in the foundation. I have personally loved being involved with the St. Paul College. This is a big deal. Tonight's a big deal. The community rallying behind us is a big deal. And we are inching closer to $75,000.
We'll get there. We have such wonderful, kind, and thoughtful donors in this community that want to see our students succeed, and I'm confident that we'll get there.
So again, thank you for all of your bidding. I think David has a few closing remarks.
What a wonderful evening. Thank you all for joining us. I'd like to thank those who helped make tonight's event possible, including our Gala committee members, Sharon Blomgren, Nina England, Don Andrada, Logan Spindler, and Ann Dresen. Our Friends of St. Paul College board members, as you can see on your screen, have been steadfast ambassadors of the college. I like to think of them as super friends. Thank you all again for being friends of the students at this amazing college. Whether you're a brand new friend, an alum, a college employee, a former board member, volunteer, or long-standing supporter, I hope you know how grateful we are for your kind help. Our students and future students thank you, as do I, for being a friend. There's still time, as Glenn said, for bidding on these auction items. The fun ends tomorrow at 9:30 p.m., so keep those cell phones charged and nearby. We'll close our program tonight with a musical number sung in French from the college choir who put together this short video virtually. Very fitting for this pandemic school year. On behalf of all of us at St. Paul College, thank you and good night.
Il est belle,